students, welcome to biology classes. In last parts, we have completed all the types of tissues. From this part onwards, we are going to discuss a new chapter, the diversity in the living world. Under this chapter, we have to know the five kingdom classification given by the Whittaker, and also we have to know the classification of animals and classification of the plants. That is what we are going to learn under the diversity in the living world. Now, what is diversity means? Variation. What is diversity means? Variation. So, diversity means what? Variation. So, we have seen that different types of living organisms are found on the earth. It's or not? So, plants and animals. Overall, the organisms which are found on the earth, they were in general, they were grouped into plants and animals. Is or not? So, these variations which is found in between the living organisms made them to group as plants and animals. Now, these plants and animals, these overall the living organisms, they are found around some millions of living organisms are found. So, there are millions of living beings are found on the earth. So, these living organisms which are found on the earth, they were called with the local names. Instead, generally we used to use our local language to call them different plants or animals. But these local names are different from one place to another place. Instead, generally you think about it, and you can imagine any one organism or any one plant name, what is called in your language and what is called in different language. You just compare. On comparison, we can find a lot of differences there. So it is totally different from one place to another place. Is or not? So the variation of these plants and animals makes us to call with the different names. These different names should be universally accepted. That should not localize. Understand? So, the names of the organisms, whether it is plant or animal, whatever we used to call them, their names should be universally accepted. That should not be localized. Understand? So, this variation makes us to differentiate in between the plants and the animals. So, we have seen the different types of plants and animals. The plants and animals which are looked or bounded to particular area, which are found in particular area, they were called as flora and fauna. Understand? So, in general, we used to call them with the local names. In general, we used to call with the local names. But these local names are different from one place to another place. These are differ from place to place, and which is not easy for identification. It's not. If I say something in Telugu, will you understand? We can't understand. Why? Because the local name is different from one place to another place. That's what. They are not easily identified. We can't identify them. Understand? That's what. Which these names are differ from one place to another place. That makes us to difficulty to remember. That's why they were given a naming system. They were given with a naming system. That naming system which is should be universally accepted. Understand? And different from place to place. And difficulty to remember or difficulty to identify. Understand? Difficulty to identify. So, as we have seen, the diversity is about variation among the living organisms which are found on the earth, and these variations are nothing but we can see plants and animals. And these plants and animals, there are some millions of them. Millions of living organisms are there all together. and these are called with the local names. But these local names are different from one place to another place, and it is difficulty due to the local names. It is difficulty to remember or to identify them. So to avoid such kind of difficulties, they were given with a naming system. So it is difficulty to identify, so they were given with a naming system. They were given with a naming system, and this naming system, according to that, the names were universally accepted, and this naming system we can call as nomenclature. The naming system what we called nomenclature. What is nomenclature? The system of naming. What is nomenclature? System of naming plants and animals. System of naming plants and animals, what we call? Nomenclature. Understand? So to avoid the difficulty of local names, they were given with a universal name. That universal naming is given by a naming system, and that naming system what we call? Nomenclature. What it is called? Nomenclature. This nomenclature is a system of naming to plants and animals. Understand? That is what called nomenclature. What it is called? Nomenclature. Understand? So according to the nomenclature, we can give the names of the organisms like plants and animals that is suitable to accept by throughout the universe. Understand? The nomenclature who will use? Who gives the naming of the organisms? And that you have to remember. The nomenclature system or the naming will be given by specialized organization. Organization means what? Like institution. Understand? What are the organizations gives the naming of the organism is ICBN, and one more is ICZN. These are the two organizations that allows to give the naming of organisms. Understand? What is ICBN and what is ICZN? So ICBN means ICBN. I stands for International Code of Botanical. N for nomenclature. Understand? ICBN means is this institute or this organization gives the naming particularly to the plants. That's what it is called. Botanical means for plants. Understand? What is ICBN means? International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. At the same time, what is ICZN? What is ICZN? This one also International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Understand? These two here, botanical means about plants, whereas zoological means names of animals. Understand? So these are the two organizations where they gives the naming system to the plants and animals. ICBN gives the naming to the plants. ICBN means botanical nomenclature, gives naming to the plants. Here botanical means botany, which studies about the morphological structure and function of the plants. Understand? And the International Code of Zoological nomenclature means zoological means animals. That gives name to the animals. Understand? So these are the two organizations, ICBN and ICZN are the two organizations that allows to give the naming to the organisms. And these naming should be universally accepted. They will never consider the local name as universal name. Understand? They used to give the name that should be accepted worldwide. That system was given by these two organizations, ICBN and ICZN. And what are the rules are found under this nomenclature? So, the diversity is nothing but variation among the organisms, and like we see the plants and animals. And these plants and animals, there are millions of plants and animals all together found, and they were called with local names. And these local names are different from place to place, so it is difficult to identify them. To avoid this kind of problem, they gave a system of naming. What do we call? Nomenclature. This nomenclature system gives the name which can be accepted by the universally, and this nomenclature will be given by two organizations. One is ICBN and another one is ICZN. ICBN stands for International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. Means botanical means what? Plants. So it names to the plant kingdoms. Understand? And ICZN stands for International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Zoological means about animals. Means it codes the naming of animals. These are the two organizations. What are the rules are found in naming of the different organisms? That is how to find out. There are some of the rules under the naming of organisms in the living world diversity. Rules of nomenclature. Let us see what are the rules are given. According to these organizations, the name of the organism, whether it is plant or animal, that should be consisting of two words. The name should have two words. It should be consisting of two words. Different words should be present. That's why this nomenclature is also called as binomial system of nomenclature. Two words naming is called as binomial system of nomenclature. And this binomial system of nomenclature was given by Linnaeus. Very important. So, what are the rules of nomenclature is? In the name of the organisms, it should consisting of two words. Two words should be present, and this type of two words naming system is called binomial system of nomenclature. And this binomial system of nomenclature was given by Linnaeus. Understand? In the two words, for example, one example we will see. Panthera tigris. This is one example, scientific name of the tiger. Understand? Now, if you observe in this name, we find how many words are there? Two words. This is Panthera is one, and tigris is another one. So this type of naming system, what we called binomial system of nomenclature, and it was given by Linnaeus. Now, according to binomial system of nomenclature, the first word, this is the second word. The first word first letter should be capital. Sorry, let us see. The first word indicates the generic name and the second word indicates the species name. The first word, the Panthera is which genus it belonging, that name, and which species it belonging, that is given name. So these together it is called Panthera tigris. So the first word is generic name and this second word is species name. First word is Panthera, generic name, and tigris is the second one and it is species name. Now from this, the first word, first letter, always capital. See, in this Panthera, the P, the first, this is the first word, first letter. How should be? Capital. And second word, first letter. Second word, first letter. Second word, first letter. That should be always lower case. Lower letter means small letter. Understand? That's what tigris, T is written in small letter. Let us take an example. Mangifera indica. This is scientific name of mango, and the mango Mangifera, the first word is Mangifera, the first letter is M, it is capital, and indica is the second word and the first letter is I, small letter. Understand? That is one. And next rule, while typing, these letters should be written in italic. Understand? On typing, they have to be written in italic letters. Understand? They have to be written in italic. And on writing, if you are writing with the pen or with the hand, they have to be written with the underlined. On writing, they have to be underlined. Understand? And the scientific name also given after the species name. Scientist name. Scientist name will be after species. After species name. For example, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is the scientific name of human beings. Understand? And if it is Linn means Lin. Homo sapiens Lin. Lin means Linnaeus. That is scientist name. Understand? So, what is here? The Lin is Linnaeus. Scientific name. Understand? So, what is happening here? We can give the certain names according to the rules and regulations of the ICBN and ICJBN, which we can follow everywhere. Understand? That's what. According to the nomenclature system, we have some of the rules which we have to follow while naming the organ systems. So, the name should consisting of two words. It should be have two words. These two words naming system what we call binomial system of nomenclature, and which was given by Linnaeus. For example, Panthera tigris, two words are there. And from these two words, first word, it indicates generic name, and second word indicates species name. Next is from first word, first letter. From Panthera, first word is Panthera. P is the first letter. It should be in capitals. And tigris, second word. T is the first word. and it should be written in small letter. Understand? For example, Mangifera indica. M is capital, I is small. While typing, this should be typed in italic. Understand? And on writing, they have to be underlined. And the scientist's name also be given after the species name. For example, Homo sapiens Lin. Lin means Linnaeus scientist name, and these are the different names. Understand? And they were written in Latin words. The naming system is followed in Latin. Why they have to be used only Latin word? Why? Because it is a dead language. Because there is no any modifications till now. The language is not involved in any changes. That's why we are using Latin words. There is no any changes to express in this language. Understand? This is what the rules and regulations while writing the names of different organisms. Understand? That is according to the two organizations, ICBN as well as ICZN. This is about a brief name and nomenclature and the rules. Next part we will continue with a different concept.